I spent years and years as a critical care nurse, and at the time, I never really thought about the impact of emotions harming or affecting mental health or physical health. It wasn't until years later when I went into mental health that I realized the correlation, because emotions sit in the nervous system, and the nervous system drives our physical health and ultimately our well-being. Physically, we're pretty good. With pain or we have a cough or something like that, we know to take medicine, we know to call the doctor. Psychologically, we're not quite as good. We push through our anxiety, we procrastinate, we have chronic exhaustion, and yet we don't realize that these are warning signs that the nervous system's out of balance.
We've been involved with Department of Corrections for a long time.
Right.
And you know as well as I do how manipulative and crafty and creative they get. And sometimes they're so convincing that you almost like doubt yourself. And that becomes part of the tendencies of somebody with antisocial personality disorder. I mean, they become very good at manipulating and controlling situations.
Becoming overwhelmed and anxious and so forth are symptoms that the nervous system's not doing well.
Yeah.
The other thing is, when the nervous system's out of balance, without even realizing it, we'll go to our sort of not so great habits. We like eating, we like shopping, smoking, drinking. The more that we're doing of those things, it will tell us about how out of balance we are.
Cleanliness, free of clutter. I have in my home, I don't know if you can see the walls, but use a lot of different color on the wall. I mean, and in my office, it's more of like a soothing, like purplish gray, because people walk in there and I want them to feel at peace, and they will. They'll walk in and they go, I just love it in here. It's so calming. But we can do that even with paint and so forth. But certainly, staffing and all that just makes the job even harder, which makes it more important to deal with your mental health. Well, pushing boundaries are somewhat of a rite of passage. Developmentally, when we go from one stage to another, we are going to push boundaries because we're going to grow and we're going to evolve. But again, somebody needs to supervise and make sure that we're not doing this, that we're doing it safely.